Every innovation is embedded with passion and purpose. We do not simply innovate. Every action is anchored on improving lives. The world of yesterday defined innovation as who got the patents, the rights, or the best technology. The world of today defines innovation as the fruits of human collaboration to build a better, nourishing, and sustainable world. In short, we are now considering profit as merely a byproduct and not the end goal. And the innovations that we have concretized in the past decade are proof of this. They were designed with the quality of life in mind at first. This event is an opportunity for us to reflect, learn, question, and ultimately design for the future. We are now at the crossroads of a digital world, and this event is the best time to ask, where do we go from here? What should we continue and what should we pursue? What are the best practices and what are the emerging threats? I am confident that the stories, case studies, anecdotes, and insights that we carry with us will help us build better strategies, solutions, collaborations, and engagements for a customer-centric, digitally inclusive, and forward-looking future. Is the Philippines regulatory landscape and the launch of digital payments transformation roadmap in regards to upgrading the country's fintech environment. The Philippine government's unwavering support for innovations is one of the keys to the rise of digital in the country today. It pushed for enabling regulations for inclusive digital finance to thrive. The new administration's sustaining thrust on further promoting a digital-first regime is indeed a welcome. The Digital Payments Transformation Roadmap crafted by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas was a milestone. Stakeholders took this cue to make that bold commitment to accelerate the growth of digital payments for greater financial inclusion. This roadmap reflects the shared vision of the banks, banktechs, fintechs, and the government as it aims to transform 50% of retail payments into digital and onboard at least 70% of adult Filipinos into the formal financial system by 2023. And the good news is that we are on track in achieving these twin outcomes even before the end of next year. Enabling legislation was also the biggest factor in the exponential growth of the digital finance sector in the Philippines. Among these key pieces of legislation include the National ID System or PILSYS, the amended Foreign Investors Act, the amended Retail Trade Liberalization Law, the amended Public Services Act, the Philippine Innovations Act, and the Financial Consumer Protection Act. The Philippines is ready to welcome new investors and expand existing businesses in the country to further boost our economy. We also laud the previous administration for promoting whole-of-nation support for the BSP's national strategy for financial inclusion, as well as mandating the use of digital channels for payments, collection, and disbursements across all government instrumentalities. COVID-19 is the greatest global disruptor today, but with it came the opportunity to accelerate the digital economy. However, it has been the force that led to the unprecedented growth in digital adoption. Filipinos' innate mix of creativity and resiliency proved to be dependable during the crisis. With more businesses and individuals discovering ways to transact, they find the convenience, speed, transparency, and security in fintech apps. As of 2021, the number of Filipinos with access to banks and electronic money channels jumped to 41 million Filipinos, meaning that 53% of adult Filipinos already have access to banks, a step forward to BSP's goal of 70% financially included adults. And a large part of this exponential increase is the innovations offered by our fintech players and the vibrant collaboration among challenger banks and tech companies. Digital innovations offered by the vibrant fintech community in the Philippines promoted ease of use to our customers. The pandemic saw the birth of informal micro and nano entrepreneurs, which I call negosyante minapreneurs. From our estimates, there are over 1 million of these informal minapreneurs that thrive at the height of the pandemic. We simply call this ang mga madiskarteng Pinoy. But digitalizing alone will not drive inclusion, especially among the younger generations. Millennials and Gen Zers experience the pandemic, resulting in the realization of the importance of financial health and freedom. My children would be part of this, and I can refer to them as the Econ Gen. That is innovative, pragmatic, opportunity seekers, and network builders. These four characteristics challenge players to not only innovate through digitalizing transactions. The innovation should also offer experiences that are aligned with their personal goals and aspirations. It is about capturing everyone's time and attention, something that would effectively resonate with them. We don't want digital banks to be just a parking lot for their extra money. The question is, how can I maximize and utilize the extra money I have? As a response, players now offer in-app investment options, loans, and alternative financing options, among others. But wait, there's more. For the experience side, there are services that use gamification strategies and reward systems to drive loyalty and increase transactions. While digital innovation promotes financial inclusion, empathy must be at the core to spur growth and scale. In the past decade, we have built the pillars of the bridge between the world of today and the world of tomorrow. These pillars have been the result of our ingenuity, diligence, and passion to serve. We have started disrupting the current conversation about technology, finance, and most importantly, human quality of life. These conversations bore limitless collaborations between civil society, industry leaders, emerging disruptors, and the government leaders, and built a community of thought leaders with a shared vision. Our successes are not just anecdotes, but lived realities and proof of the concept that digital finance works, empowers, and disrupts. We are all gathered here to celebrate our successes, but also to commit to continuing to realize a shared vision where disrupt innovation is the new normal. Thank you.